Did you know that you can earn money straight on Pinterest by creating Pinterest pins? Pinterest has just launched its brand new Creators Rewards program that pays creators for creating inspiring and actionable pins. You can earn up to $1,000 for creating an idea pin. Yep, you heard that right, $1,000. If you want to learn more about a new way to make money online and how you can get paid directly by Pinterest, then keep watching. Hi there, my name is Katie and I'm a Swiss blogger and a Pinterest marketing teacher here on YouTube. I teach passionate online entrepreneurs like you how you can use Pinterest to grow your blog. Okay, now what is this new way of making money on Pinterest and how can you get paid $100, $200 or up to $1,000 for creating an idea pin? In today's in-depth video about Pinterest's new Creators Reward program, I teach you everything you need to know about how to make pins that earn you big time. I go into everything from what Pinterest Creator Rewards are, why you need them, an actual tutorial of how to use it and how it works, my best tips on creating idea pins that get accepted, and finally how you get into this exclusive club of people getting paid by Pinterest. If that sounds good to you, then grab a cup of coffee and a notebook because this will be a good one. And before we jump in, make sure you grab yourself access to my free blogger resource library. It contains over 30 plus blogging and Pinterest related downloads you can access immediately once you grab your password. Grab your free Pinterest guides, checklists, cheat sheets and so much more so that there's nothing in the way of your Pinterest success. So let's do this. Okay, let's start at the beginning. What are Pinterest Creator Rewards and how can you get paid for creating pins and sharing your amazing ideas on Pinterest? So Pinterest Creator Rewards is a brand new program Pinterest has set up for creators to earn money for creating original idea pins. They will put out regular calls called monthly reward goals for fresh content, and creators who meet the editorial and engagement requirements will get paid. So Pinterest will pay creators directly for their most inspiring quality content and organic engagement. So let me put this in other words. Pinterest wants creators to create specific pins about a topic Pinterest wants to see more about on Pinterest. Content creators tend to always create the same content over and over again, like for example banana bread recipes. But people using Pinterest also want to see different recipes that include banana but aren't banana bread. Now with Creator Rewards, Pinterest can incentivize and encourage creators to create idea pins about topics Pinterest wants to see more about. Pinterest will put out a goal that says, please create an idea pin about, for example, a recipe including banana that's not banana bread. The prompt will also include other requirements like engagement goals or getting a certain number of clicks, reactions, or takes on your idea pin. And if you create and meet all those requirements, you can get paid by Pinterest for creating that pin. I'll go into the requirements and every detail in this video, so stick with me for now. I just want to give you an overview of what Creator Rewards are for now. Okay, so why do you need Creator Rewards and why do I think you should try to join the program and create amazing idea pins that inspire your community and get paid for doing that? Now, first of all, you can get paid directly by Pinterest and not through a third party. Now, when idea pins, and they were called story pins in the beginning, by the way, so don't get confused about that. When they were first introduced by Pinterest, bloggers and other content creators didn't really like them. And this was because idea pins aren't clickable. People can't click on an idea pin to be redirected to your site or shop. And so people were rightly so wondering, why should I spend time creating these idea pins when they do absolutely nothing to help me grow my business or blog? So many people didn't create idea pins in the first place. But now Pinterest is giving incentives to people for actually creating idea pins about a certain topic. And I think this is just an amazing development. You can get paid up to $1,000 for creating an idea pin, which is mind-blowing. Now, for most goals, you can earn around $100 to $200. But still, Pinterest is saying, hey, we understand creating an idea pin takes time, effort, and inspiration, and we are willing to pay you for that work. That's so cool. Now, the second reason why I think Creator Rewards are great and you should join as soon as you can is that idea pins are the best way to grow your audience on Pinterest right now. Like other social channels, Pinterest is trying to give users what they want most. And what people on Pinterest and any other social media want right now are TikTok-style videos, reels, or stories, or however you want to call them. Now, when you give Pinterest what Pinterest and the users want, you'll start to see a massive change in your account. People are
are always wondering, how can you grow fast on Pinterest or any other social media? And the truth is, you have to do what works and create the content people want to see. Idea pins are super engaging, so if you want to grow your Pinterest account fast, I recommend you start creating idea pins as of now, and then why not also get paid for creating them? And the third reason why I think creator rewards are great and you should really start leveraging idea pins as a creator is that Pinterest is leaning towards becoming a bit more of a social media again. Let me take a step back real quick. I talk about this in many of my videos, but Pinterest is not just a social media. It's actually more of a visual discovery engine, so more like a search engine like Google. People come to Pinterest to find ideas and inspiration. But now on top of that, Pinterest also wants to grow and get more users. So they look at these other platforms like Instagram and TikTok and see how massively they are growing using types of media like short videos. So I believe that Pinterest wants to take away a share of those users and bring them back to Pinterest. Now, this is great news for all influencers out there who love Pinterest and are creating content that is less entertaining, but more inspiring and educational. On Instagram and TikTok, it's a lot about entertainment, but for people on Pinterest, it's all about inspiring and sharing ideas. So this means you can start using your educational or inspiring content to grow a massive audience on Pinterest and get paid for doing it. So Pinterest is actually becoming a bit more like a social media again, and this is incredible news for influencers and content creators. Alright, enough with the chit chat. Are you ready to see how creator rewards look like on Pinterest and how it all works? Let me switch to my phone and walk you through everything step by step. Okay, first make sure you're using the Pinterest app. The Creator Hub is only available on mobile devices. Once you've downloaded the app, go to your Pinterest profile and you'll find the Creator Hub button, the big red one just below your bio and stats. From here, you need to switch over to the Earn tab. If you don't see this tab, it's possible you don't have access to Creator Rewards yet. I talk about how to apply and get access later in this video. Okay, so switch over. And now you can access the Creator Rewards area. You can click through the Welcome section and get some Creator Reward tips and then press Get Started. This will get you into the Creator Rewards area. In this area, you can see and manage all the available reward goals, so the idea pins Pinterest wants you to create, and you can also add your payment and the business information. So first of all, let's talk about the three tabs you see here. We have the active, the available, and the completed tab. Let's start in the middle with the available tab. In here, you can see all the available idea pin goals Pinterest has put out that you can join to earn money for creating an idea pin. It's an overview and you can click on each goal to learn more. Now, from what I understand, Pinterest will create new idea pin goals each month. So they will change and new goals will be added all the time. So when you click on an individual goal, you get more information about the duration of the contest, what it's all about, how to participate, and the requirements. So for this one, Pinterest wants you to create an idea pin about your favorite family recipe or your go-to holiday movie. It also says share your holiday season traditions and ask your audience to add their take. As you can see, to join, you need to create the pin no later than the 31st of December. You can earn up to $200 for creating that pin, but you must meet Pinterest requirements. So for this specific goal, it says the pin you create must be an idea pin. The idea pin must be new, original, and include music. The idea pin must include at least one video, and it also says on top that it has to have 3 takes on them. Now, the different goals may have different requirements, so make sure you always check them before you upload your pin. If you want to create a pin like this, you can press Start Goal, and it will put this goal into the active section. If you go back here and into the active section, you can see it here now. Inside the active tab, you can see all the idea pin goals you are currently participating in and working on. Now, to submit your idea pin, you can then click on the idea pin goal here, and then you can start uploading your idea pin directly from here. Finally, you can see any progress updates for your idea pin in the completed tab. Updates will show up within a week of meeting the engagement requirements for a reward goal. This will also include your earnings, so if you've made money from that pin. Now, it's also important to say that just because you create an idea pin about a topic doesn't mean you're going to get paid. Even if you meet all the requirements, Pinterest states that not all users will qualify and not all participants will get paid. They also say that the total number of eligible submissions may be limited for each goal, and that they cannot guarantee that your content will get the distribution necessary to successfully meet any particular reward goal. So this means there is a certain amount of people Pinterest will pay for that pin. And if too many people enter, or there are better or more successful pins created about that topic, it could be that you're not getting paid even if you create and submit a pin for that goal. But please don't get discouraged by that. If it doesn't work out this time, try analyze other people's pins that got more engagement and learn from it so you can be the next to get paid. Okay, now to actually get paid by Pinterest, you need to set up payment. To set up your payment, you first need to add some information about you and your business. So click on the payment account button here, and first you'll need to choose a country you live in and let Pinterest know what kind of business you are. Depending on which type of business, Pinterest will need different kinds of information. Now for me as a private company, I had to submit information about my company, my banking details, and the beneficial owner of the company. Then you need to add copies of your identification, legal documents about your business, as well as company and bank details. Once you upload these documents, Pinterest will verify them, and if everything is correct, then Pinterest will verify your details and you can get paid by Pinterest. It will say verified if all is correct and you got accepted. If it says unsuccessful, you'll need to re-upload certain documents or correct your information. Now, truth be told, this is a bit of a hassle, and it took me several attempts of uploading and submitting documents and my information until Pinterest verified my information. But don't get discouraged, just be diligent and add everything. I'll link to Pinterest help desk article with the guidelines for uploading all the docs here and in the description below if you want to learn more. Now, I really want to make sure that when you're creating an idea pin, it's the best pin it can be, and you've got the best chances to get paid for your work. So on top of the individual goal requirements you see here, there are additional posting guidelines I really want you to keep in mind when you create an idea pin and submit it. So here are more posting guidelines to keep in mind. Okay, so in order to get paid, you first need to meet the goal requirements for that pin, and on top of that, Pinterest has general guidelines you also need to follow. Let me quickly run you through them. Now this is going to be a little bit technical, but it's really important that you get those content guidelines right to not waste your time creating idea pins and you're not going to get paid because you didn't follow any of the guidelines. So stick with me here for a little bit. Okay, so first of all, Pinterest says that your idea pins must be wholly original. So the way I understand this is that you have to be the original creator of that pin, and the idea must be your own and not copied from someone else. Now, your idea pin must not have been published anywhere else or submitted for any other program or promotion. Okay, so make sure you haven't already pinned an idea pin like that before or used it on another goal. Now, your idea pins must also comply with Pinterest best practices. Now, I'll link to Pinterest best practices to design pins here and in the description below. It's Pinterest's guidelines of how to create pins that perform well on Pinterest. Criteria are, for example, pins that include a video, pins that highlight your personality, are original, include details, and have the right aspect ratios. Check it out, it's really worth to read. Now, your idea pins also have to meet the reward goal criteria, and we've talked about in the previous section, so go check that out if you want to learn more. Now, if you endorse Pinterest, clearly or conspicuously disclose your participation in the Creator Rewards goal. So if you endorse Pinterest, let people know about it in your pin and just be authentic and open about it. Now, your idea pin also needs to comply with Pinterest community guidelines, and you can read them here and I'll link them below as well. Now, the next point is that you must have all necessary third-party rights, including copyrights, so for example for music or lyrics, trademarks, and rights of publicity in order to grant Pinterest the right described herein. So make sure you use Pinterest's music when you upload your idea pin, or you own the music you add. And finally, Pinterest says that the submitted content cannot include paid, sponsored, or promoted content and cannot be manually boosted. In addition, your content cannot be associated with any invalid traffic or spam-like activities, which will be determined by Pinterest's sole discretion. Okay, so this sounds really complicated, but it just means that the engagement on your idea pin that you submit must be organic. You can't click or engage with the pin yourself or pay for more engagement to meet the criteria described in the goal. Okay, now that we know how to create our amazing idea pins, next, how can you actually apply to get into creator rewards so you can earn money straight from Pinterest? Let's do this. Okay, now that we know how to create those idea pins for our creator reward goals, next, how can you apply to get into creator rewards so you can actually start to earn money on Pinterest? Okay, so there's still different information out there about how to apply, but the latest info is that Pinterest is currently testing creator rewards with a small group of creators, including creators who participate in their managed creator program. They say that they will start adding new participants on a rolling basis, so keep your eye on the Creator Hub for more information. Now, Pinterest also says that creator rewards are currently limited to individuals living in the United States, but they reserve the right to open creator rewards to other countries at any time. Now, just to motivate you, I'm in Switzerland right now and I'm not part of their managed creator program. And I have access to creator rewards already, so just see if you can get in and if it shows up on your account. If the program is open for application for you, you will see an application button within the Creator Hub in the Pinterest app. The application will only be available in the app, so don't try to find it on your desktop. Now, to be eligible for the Creator Rewards program in the first place, you'll need to have certain things in place to meet the criteria. And I've summarized those criteria for you here. So some of the criteria that they mention are: you need to use the Pinterest app on your mobile phone, you need to have a Pinterest business account, and the Pinterest business account is free. If you don't have one yet, check out my video where I show you how to get and install one for free here on top. Now, you need to be over 18 years old. You need to be located in the US, but again, as I've said, I am not in the US and I already got access. Now, you also need to have at least 1,000 valid followers. You need to have created at least 3 idea pins that comply with Pinterest best practices. You need to create original content, have a valid email address associated with your Pinterest business account. Your business account needs to be in good standing, so don't ever try to spam or steal pins, for example. And you should have agreed to Pinterest's Creator Code. Now, if you meet all these requirements and you want to apply, you can visit the Creator Hub like I showed you in the beginning. If the Earn section shows up, you can follow the steps I talked about before to provide your complete and accurate information necessary and set up your payment information for Pinterest to verify. You will be notified if your application is accepted. Okay, I know this is a lot of information, and if you're still here, kudos to you and congrats on taking this thing seriously. We're almost done. So finally, if you did all that, how will you get paid by Pinterest? So Pinterest says they will pay you directly if you're part of the Creator Rewards program. They say that the payment will be processed in the month following the completed goal. So if you submit your pin and it's accepted in January, for example, you'll get paid in February. As I mentioned earlier, you need to submit your bank information and Pinterest will transfer your money directly to that account. Pinterest also says that only applicants who complete the application reward goals set forth in the Creator Rewards brief will receive a payment. So again, your content must meet all goal criteria set forth on the application brief and have been submitted within the time frame designed for the goal for you to be paid. Now, they also say that the number of submissions that may qualify for payment may be limited. So make sure you submit your idea pin early in the month or as soon as the goal comes out. And as I mentioned earlier, not all qualifying participants or submissions will receive payment even if they create the perfect idea pin. And finally, Pinterest says that they may terminate or suspend your right to access or participate in Creator Rewards for any reason. This could include fraudulent activity or any violation of Pinterest guidelines and terms. So please make sure that you adhere to the Pinterest guidelines and terms at all times if you want to continue to be paid by Pinterest.